Hello friends, and welcome to your Sunday night beer review, which I am calling the I'm Filthy and Tired review, but I still have to get up early tomorrow. So I just spent 6 hours staining a stairway, wood staining a stairway. So I'm thirsty, and this beer here is going to cure it. So today we're going to be looking at the next beer camp beer. This is Torpedo Pilsner Hoppy Pilsner. So this is, well, let me read the back. The back is the best. Torpedo Pilsner is a hop-forward take on the crisp classic lager. We and the folks at Firestone Walker share a passion for New Zealand hop varietals, so we loaded our legendary hop torpedo with the Southern Hemisphere's finest hops for a fruity, floral twist on the Pilsner style. So Firestone Walker is a craft brewer based out of Mills River, North Carolina. I've heard some things about them, never got to sample their beer. They don't make it to the West Coast, much less Hawaii. So I'm looking forward to this. I love New Zealand hops, and as you know, I love Pilsners. So let's go and see how this goes, eh? Okay. Well, definitely looks like a Pilsner. The bright, clear yellow. Maybe, yeah, bright, clear yellow with a fizzy, white, receding head. Now, this one seems to be sticking a little bit longer than is usual. Nicely carbonated, beautiful bubbles, as you can see even in this video here. Interesting. So I'm getting some of the malts here, which are lending that sort of Pilsner-esque mineral cleanness, sort of biscuitiness. But the hops are completely different. Instead of the floral and spicy noble hops, I'm getting sort of, well, they're still floral, but they're not floral in the same way that noble hops are. They're more floral in the way that IPA hops would be. I guess you could say it's more of a tropical floral than a continental floral, I suppose. Not very juicy. Sorry, I'm a little bit plugged up. Honestly, it's an interesting smell, but the smell is kind of muted. Now this is 5.2, so perfect session strength. And 45 IBUs, so it's a good measure more bitter than a regular Pilsner would be. Very Pilsner-esque on the front end, with that clean, cereal, grainy, biscuity maltiness. But in the back, it's quite different. It's well, it sort of lacks juiciness, but it does have a lingering hop finish. other than the hop finish, it's still very clean. It's almost, well, I wouldn't say it is a hybrid style as this has been lagered, but there's that general cleanness that you don't find with ales, but it has a sort of ale-like hop finish. So it actually clears your palate very quickly. In other words, the grain, the mouthfeel, and whatnot. Your mouth still feels kind of clean, except for the flavor of the hop finish. I'm a little bit disappointed by the hop finish. It's just sort of bittering. I'm not getting... Just a slight juiciness like pears. There isn't even much citrus to it, I have to say. Hints of floral, even in the mouth. But other than that, it really does just taste like a Pilsner using non-noble hops. Like somebody just went and threw in some ale hops. I'm not even getting much of the sort of New Zealand-like strong floralness and odd fruit notes. It's just kind of bitter. That said, it is very refreshing. It's totally hitting the spot I was totally craving. In that I was thirsty. Quenches thirst. And nowhere near bad, I would say. Not really good either. Interesting. But I'd have to say a bit of a failed experiment, I'm sad to say. It's almost like they didn't pull it through all the way. It just tastes like the Pilsner brewed using stronger hops than noble hops. So just a different hop profile. Also, too, the nose is just very muted. I don't know why. Technically, it should be more amplified than a normal Pilsner should be, since noble hops tend to be muted on the nose. But it is what it is. So, Torpedo Pilsner. In between Sierra Nevada and the Firestone Walker Brewing Company. Interesting experiment. And an experiment I actually kind of like because they're not just throwing some random shit into the mash and calling it something, but they're actually experimenting with styles. But it's a good first start. Prost!